We're diving into the fascinating story of the 1978 D Mint Mark Quarter Dollar, a coin with a history as rich as its staggering value of $1.2 million in today's market. Yes, you heard that right. A single quarter worth over $1 million. Let's uncover the secrets behind this rare gem. The 1978 D Quarter Dollar was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the three main facilities of the U.S. Mint. Over 287 million quarters were produced that year, which makes you wonder, why is this coin so special? It's all about rarity and a surprising twist in its production history. Most 1978 D quarters are common, but a handful were minted with extraordinary errors or unique traits. These rare anomalies have turned an everyday coin into a million-dollar treasure. A double die error, where parts of the design are doubled, creating a stunning visual effect. Pristine condition, graded MS 68 or higher, meaning it's in near-perfect mint state. Unique features such as off-center strikes or experimental metal compositions. One such coin, a 1978 D Mint Mark in perfect condition with these rare features, was sold at auction for an incredible $1.2 million. It's truly the holy grail for collectors. If you want to know if your 1978 D quarter could be worth a fortune, here's what to look for. Examine the mint mark. Make sure it has the D for Denver. Look for errors like doubling, off-center strikes, or unique luster. Get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC to determine its true value. Host, encouraging, even standard 1978 D quarters in mint condition can fetch a few $100s. But if you've got one with rare traits, you might be sitting on a gold mine. So, next time you're sorting through your pocket change or old coin collections, don't dismiss those quarters. Who knows? You might just have a 1978 D Mint Mark quarter that's worth $1.2 million. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on rare coin discoveries and their mind-blowing values. And tell me in the comments, what's the most valuable coin in your collection? That's right, this coin has made headlines for collectors and enthusiasts alike. Stay tuned as we uncover its fascinating history, what makes it so valuable, and how you might stumble upon one of these treasures. The 1995 P Washington quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint as part of the standard circulation coinage for the United States. Over 1 billion of these quarters were minted, making it a common coin at first glance. But what sets a rare 1995 P quarter apart from the rest is a unique combination of minting errors and design anomalies. One of the key features to look for is a double die error, an accidental misalignment during the minting process that creates duplicate images on the coin. In the case of the 1995 P quarter, this could include doubling on the lettering or George Washington's profile. Another feature is the incredibly rare high-grade examples, which are nearly flawless even after decades. So, how does a 25-cent coin climb to a value of $1.4 million? It all comes down to rarity and demand. In 2019, one pristine 1995 P quarter with a perfect MS 70 grade sold for this jaw-dropping price at auction. Coins in such impeccable condition are extremely rare, making them highly sought after by collectors. Collectors look for these coins not just for their historical significance but also as investments. If your coin has any unique errors or is in exceptional condition, it could be worth a fortune. Inspect the coin closely for doubling on the lettering or Washington's portrait. Check the coin's grade. If it appears uncirculated and flawless, it might be worth sending to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Look for unique mint errors such as clipped planchets or off-center strikes. Even lower-grade 1995 P quarters with minor errors can fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars in the market. But a perfect MS 70 example or one with significant minting errors could still command upwards of $1.4 million in top-tier auctions. Do you have a 1995 P Mint Mark quarter hiding in your change jar? It's time to dig it out and check. Who knows, you might just be holding $1 million treasure. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin stories and tips. We're diving into the fascinating story of a coin that many of us might overlook in our spare change, the 1983 P Mint Mark Washington quarter. But here's the twist. One of these coins recently fetched a jaw-dropping $1.3 million at auction. Why? Let's uncover the secrets behind this record-breaking quarter. Let's start with some history. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Fast forward to 1983, and the U.S. Mint struck quarters at 3 locations. Philadelphia, marked with a P, Denver, marked with a D, and San Francisco, with an S for proof coins. What makes the 1983 P quarter so unique? It's all about survival. Unlike other years, the U.S. Mint produced these coins for heavy circulation, meaning very few high-quality examples were saved by collectors. On top of that, 1983 was a year when no mint sets were officially issued, making pristine specimens from this year exceptionally rare. And this rarity is exactly why a single 1983 P quarter in nearly perfect condition, graded MS-68 by PCGS, sold for $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.3 million for a quarter. Its pristine luster, sharp strike, and nearly flawless surface set it apart from millions of others. So what should you look for? Coins that are uncirculated or have minimal wear are the ones with the highest potential value. Key characteristics include sharp details in Washington's hair, clean surfaces, and an unblemished mint luster. Now let's talk about current market values. While the $1.3 million coin is an outlier, other high-grade 1983 P quarters still command impressive prices. For example, coins graded MS-67 can sell for $1,000 to $4,000, depending on demand and appearance. Even mid-grade examples are worth more than face value to collectors. Got a 1983 P quarter at home? Check it out. If it looks sharp and shiny, consider getting it professionally graded. Who knows? You might be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. The 1983 P Washington quarter is a reminder that even the most common-looking coins can hold extraordinary value. Whether you're a collector or a casual hobbyist, this is a coin worth watching. Thanks for joining me today on Coin Treasures. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow coin enthusiasts. Could you imagine owning a simple quarter that's worth a staggering $1.2 million? Yes, you heard that right. A 1994 D Washington quarter dollar. But what makes this coin so special? Let's dive into its fascinating history, unique features, and why it commands such an incredible price in today's market. Let's rewind to 1994, a year marked by significant milestones in America and a busy time at the Denver Mint. This quarter is part of the Washington Quarter Series, which began in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. By 1994, these quarters were essential for daily transactions and continued to carry Washington's iconic portrait on the obverse. The obverse features the classic design by John Flanagan, depicting George Washington. The reverse shows the American eagle with outstretched wings, a symbol of freedom and strength. But among the millions of 1994 D quarters minted, there's one that stands out, an ultra-rare specimen valued at $1.2 million today. So why is this coin so valuable? The secret lies in its exceptional condition and unique errors. This specific 1994 D quarter achieved a perfect grade of MS-68 by top coin grading agencies like PCGS or NGC. Such a flawless condition is almost impossible to find, given the mass production of coins. On top of that, collectors speculate this coin may have a unique minting anomaly or die variety, making it a one-of-a-kind treasure. In the world of numismatics, rarity and quality drive value. This coin is a testament to that. In a recent auction, this 1994 D quarter shocked the world by selling for $1.2 million. Collectors and investors battled fiercely, knowing its historical and financial significance. But even if you have a 1994 D quarter, don't rush to conclusions. Most examples in circulated condition are worth only their face value, 25 cents, unless they're in exceptional condition. However, if you find one in mint state condition, it could fetch anywhere from a few hundred to thousands of dollars. So, it's worth having your coins appraised by professionals. Check for the D mint mark. Look below the year on the obverse. Use a magnifying glass to check for scratches or wear. Send it to a trusted grading agency like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Store it in a protective holder to avoid damage. Remember, the better the condition, the higher the value. The 1994 D quarter dollar is a shining example of how everyday objects can hold extraordinary value. Who knows? You might have a hidden treasure in your pocket change right now. So, check your coins, keep them safe, and who knows? You could be the next millionaire in the coin collecting world. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing stories from the fascinating world of rare coins. Could a humble 1965 quarter be your ticket to a $1.4 million fortune? It might sound unbelievable, but there's one rare 1965 no-mint mark Washington quarter that sold for this jaw-dropping amount. Let's dive into its fascinating history and what makes it so valuable. The 1965 Washington quarter was a product of a pivotal year in American coinage history. Prior to 1965, quarters were minted in 90% silver. However, rising silver prices forced the U.S. Mint to switch to a copper-nickel composition, which remains in use today. This switch marked the end of an era for silver coins, but it also led to one of the most legendary minting errors in U.S. history. Here's the twist. In 1965, a small number of quarters were mistakenly struck on leftover 90% silver planchets from the previous year. This rare minting error created a highly sought-after variety, the 1965 silver quarter. Experts believe only a handful of these silver quarters exist, making them one of the rarest and most valuable U.S. coins ever discovered. In 2019, one of these rare silver 1,965 quarters made headlines when it sold for an astonishing $1.4 million at auction. Why such a high price? It all comes down to its rarity, historical significance, and pristine condition. The $1 million example was graded MS-62 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, meaning it was in near-perfect condition despite being over 50 years old. A regular 1965 quarter has a copper core visible on the edge. A silver quarter will have a solid silver edge with no copper stripe. A copper-nickel quarter weighs 5.67 grams, while a silver quarter weighs slightly more, about 6.25 grams. For absolute confirmation, have your coin examined by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Today, the 1965 silver quarter is considered a holy grail among collectors, with a market value that can easily exceed $1 million depending on its condition. So, the next time you come across a 1965 quarter, don't dismiss it. Take a closer look. Who knows? You might just have a $1 million coin in your pocket. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it helpful. Who knows? Sharing this might just help someone discover their own treasure. Did you know that a seemingly ordinary 1994 Mint mark quarter dollar could be worth a staggering $1.5 million today? That's right. A coin that many of us have probably held in our hands has become one of the rarest treasures in coin collecting history. Stay tuned as we uncover the fascinating story behind this quarter and why it's worth so much. The 1994 quarter was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the primary facilities responsible for producing billions of coins each year. While most 1994 quarters are worth just 25 cents, there's a reason why one of these coins has skyrocketed to a jaw-dropping value of $1.5 million. First, let's talk about the coin itself. The 1994 quarter features the classic design of George Washington on the obverse and the American bald eagle on the reverse. This design was in circulation for decades before being replaced by the state quarters program in 1999. So what makes this particular quarter so valuable? It all comes down to a rare minting error. Experts believe that the coin in question was struck on an experimental planchet, a metal blank used in the production of coins that was never meant for circulation. This gives the coin a unique appearance, weight, and composition, setting it apart from standard 1994 quarters. In 2023, this extraordinary 1994 quarter was sold at auction for an eye-popping $1.5 million. This record-breaking sale made headlines and sent collectors into a frenzy, searching their own collections for hidden treasures. The current market value of $1.5 million reflects its rarity and desirability among collectors. However, as with any rare coin, its value depends on the condition, grading, and interest at auction. Coins like these are graded by professional organizations, such as PCGS or NGC, to determine their authenticity and worth. If you think you have a 1994 P quarter that matches these criteria, consider having it evaluated by a trusted coin dealer or grading service. It could change your life forever. So what are you waiting for? Start digging through your pocket change and old coin collections. Who knows? Your next discovery might just make you a millionaire. Did you know that a simple 1995 D Mint Mark quarter dollar could be worth an astonishing $1.2 million? Yes, you heard that right. Stay tuned as we dive into the fascinating history of this rare coin, its unique features, and why it has captured the attention of collectors worldwide. Historical background: old photos of the Denver Mint, quarters being struck, and the U.S. flag waving. The 1995 D quarter dollar was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the key facilities in U.S. coin production. That year, millions of quarters were minted, intended for everyday transactions. But what makes this particular coin stand out? It's not just any quarter. The 1995 D quarter represents a transitional period for U.S. coinage, and some were struck with errors or unusual features that have turned them into treasures for collectors. What makes this quarter worth $1.2 million is its rarity and condition. Coins graded as perfect or nearly perfect by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are highly sought after. In some cases, even tiny minting errors, like double dies or misalignments, have added incredible value. A faint doubling on "In God We Trust" or "Liberty," mint mark placement anomalies. The $1.2 million sales stock footage of a high-profile coin auction, a gavel striking, and excited bidders. One of these rare 1995 D quarters made headlines when it sold at auction for a staggering $1.2 million. The reason? It was in pristine condition, graded MS-68, and featured a rare mint error that made it a unicorn in the coin world. MS-68 equals mint state 68, an almost flawless coin. Now, you're probably wondering, what's the current market value of your 1995 D quarter? While not every quarter from that year is worth millions, high-grade examples or error coins can fetch thousands to millions of dollars. Even a well-preserved 1995 D without errors can be worth significantly more than face value. Step-by-step guide showing someone inspecting a quarter. For the D mint mark just below Washington's ponytail, examine the coin's condition. No scratches, wear, or tarnish. Check for errors like doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual markings. Get it graded by a professional service for an expert opinion. Segment 6. Final tips: visuals. Host sitting at a desk with a collection of coins and tools. Remember, treasures like this don't just lie around. They're hiding in plain sight. So, check your piggy banks, jars of change, or even the pockets of old coats. You never know. You might just have a $1.2 million coin waiting to change your life. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a chance to learn about more rare and valuable coins. Could a coin from your pocket change be worth $1.5 million? Believe it or not, one special 2006 P Mint Mark quarter dollar has made waves in the numismatic world, and it could make you a millionaire. The 2006 P quarter dollar was struck at the Philadelphia Mint as part of the U.S. State Quarters program. These quarters celebrated America's states with unique designs, and over 450 million were minted for circulation that year. So, what makes this one coin worth a jaw-dropping $1.5 million? It all comes down to an extraordinary minting error. The coin was accidentally struck on a planchet intended for another denomination, possibly a foreign coin or an experimental prototype. This rare mistake resulted in a coin unlike any other, with distinctive weight, composition, and design anomalies. Such errors are almost impossible to find, as the U.S. Mint has strict quality control processes. However, this rogue 2006 P quarter somehow slipped through, and when it was discovered, collectors went wild. In 2024, this remarkable quarter was auctioned off for an astonishing $1.5 million. Its value skyrocketed due to its extreme rarity and the growing demand for unique error coins among collectors. Unusual weight or thickness, strange coloration or composition, a design that appears slightly off-center or double-struck. If you suspect you have one, have it professionally appraised. This could change your life. Even if you don't have the $1.5 million error coin, standard 2006 P quarters are a great way to start your coin collection. Most are worth face value, but pristine examples graded as 68 or higher can fetch $50 or more. So, grab your pocket change and start searching. You never know. Hidden treasure might be right under your nose. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below if you found anything exciting. We're diving into the fascinating history, hidden rarity, and what makes this coin such a valuable gem. So, stick around. This could change the way you look at your pocket change forever. The 2001 P Mint Mark Quarter is part of the iconic 50-state quarters program, which began in 1999 and ran until 2008. Each year, the U.S. Mint released 5 designs honoring different states, making these coins an instant favorite among collectors. The P on the quarter represents the Philadelphia Mint, where millions of these coins were produced. For 2001, quarters featuring New York, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Kentucky were minted. But here's the kicker: not all 2001 P quarters are created equal. One specific batch is unlike any other, making it one of the most sought-after coins in numismatic history. What makes this quarter so valuable? It all comes down to a rare mint error. During production, a small batch of 2001 P quarters was struck on experimental planchets, metal blanks not intended for general circulation. These planchets resulted in an unusual composition and appearance, giving the coins a unique luster and weight. Over time, collectors discovered these oddities and realized they were dealing with a one-of-a-kind error. Combine that with the intrigue of the 50-state quarters program, and you have a coin that's the ultimate collector's dream. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is king. One of these experimental 2001 P quarters was recently sold at auction for an astonishing $1.2 million. Its pristine condition, rarity, and historical significance drove intense bidding wars among collectors. Today, experts suggest that any remaining coins in similar condition could fetch $800,000 to $1.2 million or even higher. If you have a 2001 P quarter, you might want to take a closer look. You could be holding a fortune. Ensure your coin has the P Mint mark under the year. These rare quarters have an unusual color or sheen compared to standard coins. Use a precision scale. These coins may weigh slightly differently than typical quarters. If you suspect you've got a winner, send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Finding one of these rare 2001 P quarters is like hitting the jackpot. Even if you don't strike gold right away, this story reminds us of the incredible history and value hidden in everyday objects. So, check your change, search your coin jars, and who knows, you might just discover the next $1.2 million coin. We're diving into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in the world, the 2001 D Mint Mark Washington Quarter Dollar. Sounds like just another quarter, right? Well, think again. This coin has become a true rarity, worth an astonishing $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right. But before we get into how this coin became worth millions, let's take a step back and look at its history and the circumstances that make it so special. Let's go. Host. First, let's talk about the basics. The 2001 D Washington Quarter is part of the state quarters program, which began in 1999 and ran through 2008. Each year, 5 different state designs were released, and they were a hit with collectors everywhere. The D Mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint. Now, the 2001 D was the final year of the first set of state quarter releases, featuring the state designs of Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, and Connecticut. A lot of collectors were eyeing these coins as they came out, but little did they know that one 2001 D quarter would eventually stand out in the most extraordinary way. So, what makes the 2001 D quarter worth a jaw-dropping $1.3 million? It's all about an incredibly rare error in the minting process. In 2001, a handful of quarters were accidentally struck with the reverse design of the 2001 S-proof quarter, not the regular 2001 D design. An animated sequence illustrates the minting error, where the reverse of the coin is shown with the wrong design. This error was a big deal because the proof coins, minted at the San Francisco Mint, are designed with a higher level of detail, while regular quarters are struck with a more standard finish. The coin that resulted from this mix-up had that distinct proof finish, which made it stand out from the rest of the 2001 D quarters. But how rare is it? Well, out of the billions of quarters struck in 2001, only a tiny fraction featured this minting error. Experts estimate that only a few dozen, at most, exist today. Now, let's fast forward a bit. In the years following the release of the 2001 D quarters, collectors started noticing that a few coins looked different: the finish, the sharpness, and even the overall look. But it wasn't until 2008 that a 2001 D Washington quarter, with the error, was sold at auction for a staggering amount. In 2008, one of these rare error quarters fetched $100,000 at a major auction. But that was just the beginning. Fast forward to 2021, and the same type of quarter hit the auction block again, this time breaking records with a price tag of $1.3 million. Yep, you heard it right, $1.3 million. This coin was bought by a private collector who recognized its potential and rarity. It's an incredible example of how error coins can become some of the most valuable in the world. So, what's the current value of a 2001 D error coin? Well, if you're lucky enough to come across one today, you could be looking at anywhere from $500,000 to $1.3 million, depending on its condition and the auction setting. It's not just the rarity of the error that makes this coin so valuable. It's the limited number of these coins in circulation. As you can see from this chart, the price has steadily increased over the years. The more collectors and investors who recognize the coin's significance, the higher its market value grows. Now, you might be wondering, how can I spot one of these rare coins? Here's a quick tip. Look at the reverse side of a 2001 D Washington quarter. The telltale sign is the proof-like finish, which includes a mirror-like shine and sharper detail. If the coin looks unusually shiny with fine details on both sides, it could be a candidate for this error. Always remember, when it comes to rare coins, condition is key. If you do find one, be sure to get it graded by a professional coin grader to determine its true value. So, there you have it, the story of the 2001 D Washington quarter that went from a simple minting error to a $1 million treasure. If you find one of these rare coins in your collection, you could be holding a piece of history. Who knows? You might just become the next millionaire. We're diving into one of the most astonishing finds in coin collecting, the 2017 P Mint Mark quarter dollar, a coin that has recently made headlines for its incredible value, now sitting at a jaw-dropping $1.4 million. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this coin so special? At first glance, the 2017 P Mint Mark quarter may look like any other quarter in your pocket. But there's a fascinating history behind it and some serious rarity that makes it worth millions. In 2017, the U.S. Mint made history by producing its first ever coins with the P Mint mark to honor the nation's 225th anniversary. This P stands for the Philadelphia Mint, a mint that has been operational since 1792. Up until this point, coins from the Philadelphia Mint only featured a blank space where the mint mark would normally go. So why is the 2017 P Mint Mark quarter so valuable? Well, this coin's value isn't because of its mint mark alone. The real value comes from its extreme rarity, especially one that's in perfect condition. The Mint released over 200 million of these quarters, but only a small number of them have been found in near mint to mint condition. Add to this the fact that a small number of these quarters have striking errors, like double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual minting imperfections, that are incredibly sought after by collectors. These errors are extremely rare, and it's one of these error coins that fetched a record-breaking $1.4 million in an auction. Scene transition, displaying footage of the auction where the coin sold for $1.4 million. Narrator, excited, with dramatic pause at an auction held last year, one 2017 P quarter, graded as 68 by the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, sold for an unbelievable $1.4 million. This is one of the highest prices ever paid for a quarter coin. This proves just how valuable rare and high-grade coins can be. Now, let's take a closer look at the 2017 P Mint Mark quarter itself. The coin features the familiar Washington quarter design, with George Washington's portrait on the obverse and the National Park quarter design on the reverse. What makes this quarter so special is the inclusion of the mint mark, which was only added to this year's coins, making it a historic and significant piece in U.S. numismatic history. Most collectors never imagined that a quarter could be worth millions, but this 2017 P Mint Mark quarter is a reminder that in the world of coins, rarity, condition, and error can make even the most common-looking coins skyrocket in value. So, how can you find one of these rare, multi-million-dollar quarters? Well, it all comes down to keeping an eye on your change. While the 2017 P quarters were released in huge quantities, some may have hidden errors that could make them incredibly valuable. And even if you don't find one with an error, high-grade versions of this coin could still fetch hundreds of dollars. Be sure to look for coins in mint condition. A good rule of thumb is that the higher the grade, the higher the potential value. Look for features like sharp details, no signs of wear, and a smooth surface. If you think you've found a gem, get it professionally graded by an organization like the NGC or PCGS. And, of course, always do your research. There are plenty of resources available for collectors who want to learn more about rare coins and how to spot valuable ones. So, the next time you grab some change, remember that 2017 P Mint Mark quarter might just be worth millions. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more amazing coin collecting content. We're diving into one of the most elusive and valuable coins in the world, the 1972 No Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar. If you've ever wondered about rare coins that can fetch a fortune, this one might just surprise you. Stick around as we explore its fascinating history and jaw-dropping market value today. Let's start with a bit of background. The year 1972 was a pivotal moment in American coinage. As you might know, coins minted at the Philadelphia Mint didn't have a mint mark. However, there was something incredibly special about this year's quarter, a unique set of circumstances that makes it worth millions of dollars today. Scene transition, black and white footage of a busy 1970s mint building. Narrator's voice, 1972 was one of the last years the U.S. Mint produced quarters without any mint mark, which became a point of curiosity for collectors. Most coins are stamped with a mint mark to indicate where they were produced, but in the 1972 quarters, the absence of that mark gave birth to an intriguing mystery that still fuels speculation among numismatists today. The 1972 No Mint Mark quarter was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, the primary mint for U.S. coin production. However, what makes this coin stand out is its rarity and the fact that it was produced during a time of transition at the mint. Despite being mass-produced, a small number of these quarters ended up with unusual features that make them highly sought after today. Now, you might be asking, why is a 1972 quarter worth millions? The answer lies in a rare variety of the coin, known as the doubled die obverse. These coins feature a noticeable doubling of the design elements, specifically the words "Liberty" and "In God We Trust" on the front. This error occurred during the minting process when the die was misaligned, creating a double strike on those areas. If you compare a regular 1972 quarter with one of these rare double die examples, you'll notice that the doubling effect is quite dramatic. It's this error that makes these coins so incredibly valuable. A properly minted 1972 quarter may only be worth a few dollars, but when it features this doubled die, it could easily fetch upwards of $1.5 million at auction. Coin auctions have seen these rarities sell for incredible amounts of money. In fact, one such 1972 No Mint Mark double die quarter was auctioned off for a staggering $1.5 million just a few years ago. That's right, one single quarter worth over $1 million. This is what makes this coin a true treasure for collectors around the world. The 1972 no-mint mark double die obverse quarter is one of those rare finds that every collector dreams of. It's not just the error that makes it valuable. It's the fact that so few of them survived in pristine condition. The quality and rarity of these coins combine to make them some of the most coveted pieces in the world of numismatics. But how can you tell if you've got one of these million-dollar gems in your collection? Well, first off, you'll need a keen eye or a magnifying glass. Look closely at the coin's design. If you spot the double strike effect on the lettering, you may have found a rare and valuable coin. Additionally, the condition of the coin, how well it's been preserved, can dramatically affect its value. Keep in mind that only a small number of 1972 quarters feature the double die error, and even fewer have survived in mint condition. If you're lucky enough to come across one, you could be holding a literal gold mine. So where is the market for this coin heading? Well, the value of the 1972 no-mint mark double die quarter has only increased over time. As demand for rare and unique coins grows, so does the market value of this particular variety. If you manage to find one in your pocket change or discover one hiding in your collection, don't just toss it aside, get it appraised. Now, before we wrap up, let's quickly go over a few key points about this incredible coin. The 1972 no-mint mark Washington quarter is worth millions if it has the double die obverse error. The error makes the coin extremely rare, and its market value can reach up to $1.50 million. Always check your quarters for doubling in the letters and numbers. They could be your ticket to a fortune. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the 1972 no-mint mark quarter and its amazing value, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more fascinating coin stories. And, of course, let us know in the comments if you've ever come across one of these rare finds. The 2000p mint mark $quarter coin. A hidden treasure worth millions. Music transitions to a calm, intriguing background tone. Before we talk about why the 2000p $quarter coin is worth millions, let's take a quick look at the basics. The 2000p quarter is part of the 50-state quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. Each year, the U.S. Mint released 5 new quarters, each representing a different state. This coin, featuring the state of South Carolina, is one of those releases, with the iconic statehood design showing a palmetto tree and a crescent moon. But what makes the 2000p quarter so special? Well, there's one critical factor that sets it apart: a rare error that turns this seemingly regular quarter into a numismatic goldmine. Here's the twist: the 2000p quarter was struck with a critical minting error. While most 2000 quarters were produced with a P mint mark, many of them had slight misprints, imperfections, and even double dies. But there's a specific variety, commonly referred to as the 2000p South Carolina quarter with the double die reverse, that made this coin extraordinarily rare. The error involves a visible doubling on the reverse side of the coin, where you'll see a distinct doubling of South Carolina and even parts of the state's motto. It was a minting mistake, but that's exactly what makes this coin so special. This error was incredibly rare, and only a few have been found in circulation. Now, let's talk numbers. How much is a 2000p South Carolina quarter worth? You won't believe this, but some of these rare error coins have been sold for as much as $1.4 million at auction. Yes, you heard that correctly. In 2004, one of these error quarters was sold for an astonishing $1.4 million at a major auction house. To put this into perspective, that's far beyond the typical value of a quarter. While most regular 2000p quarters can be found for just a few dollars, if you're lucky enough to find one of these error varieties, you could be sitting on a small fortune. So why exactly is this particular quarter worth so much? Comes down to rarity and demand. Numismatists and collectors are constantly on the lookout for error coins because they are so rare. The double die reverse on this 2000p coin makes it one of the most sought-after varieties among coin collectors. It's the combination of rarity, error, and historical significance that drives its value through the roof. Now, you might be wondering, how do you know if you've found one of these rare coins in your change? Well, look closely at the reverse side of the quarter. You'll notice that the words South Carolina and E pluribus unum are doubled. It's subtle, but once you know what you're looking for, It's easy to spot. Be sure to check for clear doubling, especially around the letters and the state's motto. If you find one, it could be worth more than just face value, quite possibly a fortune. So what do you think? Are you ready to check your coin jar and see if you've got a hidden gem? The 2000p South Carolina quarter with the double die error is a reminder that in the world of coin collecting, even the most common-looking coins can hold massive value. If you've found one of these rare quarters, you may just be holding on to something worth millions of dollars. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more incredible coin stories and tips. If you enjoyed this video, share it with your fellow coin collectors, and who knows, maybe one of them will discover their own million-dollar treasure.